Yo, check me out, I'm elderb. Random, unscheduled stream. It's time to return to Deer Isle, which it would be Deer Isle if it weren't raining right now, so of course it is. The challenging bit this evening, it's been just long enough I don't really remember what we're dealing with. I don't remember where we are. I don't remember what the plan was to go next. Kinda wish you could mark your tourist map. Still going mapless, still continuing the quest. The adventure has been to keep it on the, this is going to cut your sound for a second, to keep it on the relative low pop side, not necessarily intentionally, but a little bit intentionally, to make it possible to do the quest kind of by myself for the first time, really. But tonight it's a little more popular than usual. So we'll see what happens. Tea of the evening is Earl Grey. It's time for Deer Isle. Okay, I usually face the way. I don't even remember what we're looking at for equipment either. Let's take a peek. I did not remember. We're kind of stacked up. Bunch of 308. They have terrible organization too. Do I have an AK? Okay, I do. Do I have room to reload an AK? Alright, I'm much better off than I remember us being. Filter, gas mask with an extra, hood, gloves, pants. So we need the coat still, but we're already NBC'd up, which is pretty awesome. Are we in need of batteries? That's food looks pretty, okay, I do remember being good on food. I don't know why I've got batteries not in stuff. Rangefinder. That was it. Okay. Blood. We have bandage, not bandages. SK, not many rounds. Let's pop that open too before we get too far in. 545 is this stuff, right? Yeah. And then Mosin rounds. Okay. Let's crack this open. I don't know why I haven't done that already. I never like leaving the paper behind. We're gonna take it. We've got too much paper already, but we're gonna take it. Alright, there we go. I don't really know why I've got this situated like that either. Okay, SK with a PU. AK with a nothing. Is that a FAMAS mag? It is. I don't really know why I would trade that. I've got this. Okay, head torch for the darky areas. Okay. Vicar mag. C98 mag. I don't even remember where I got all this stuff. And for when we find a pistol. I don't think I've got a mag for the Mark II, or do I? I do, okay. And plenty of 22 rounds. Only one mag. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright, inventory complete. Let's figure out kind of where we are and what's going on here. This feels... No, okay. I thought this was going to be where the military bridge kind of crossing is. I usually... Not usually, I always do. I always log off... It's funny. It's clouds, and I was like, what's on that mountain over there? I always log off facing the direction I want to go, and I was faced this way. But I seem to remember... I feel like we just swam from over there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's because there's a boat down here, right? Like a crashed boat. Oh my goodness, my stamina. I feel like that's where we are. I think we've done this. What's the swim? We've not done the swam. Let's take a little peek here. Where did we just come from? Oh, I know exactly where we are. Okay, that green dot just southeast of Fairfield there. So if we go northwest, I think the intent was to go all the way around and then just head over to Alcatraz, because I don't think we need special equipment. I think Alcatraz is to get keycard to come down to the crater. We've got the suit, the NBC suit, so we can go into the crater, get the smoke ball. I think that was it, because I think you have to key card. Doesn't it tell you? Isn't there like a little symbol that gives it away? I always forget to alt look so it doesn't shift you around here. Military Underground and Mount Katahdin. So this is Mount Katahdin. So that keycard brings us there. What's in Mount Katahdin? That's not the hammer. The swamp there. Candle and the pentagram. The altar. That's the hammer. This is the smoke ball at Alcatraz. Where do you get the staff? There's no way that's at Katahdin, is it? Well, it doesn't matter. This is the first time we're trying this, so we're going to figure it out. Running Man's videos is kind of the only thing, and not in a tutorial-y way. No, that's not real. Let's just start walking. We're going northwest. We're going to take a big loop around this island. Not in the sense of watching it for tutorial sake, just for entertainment sake. You know, his videos and his run-throughs of it are kind of the only thing I've got to base this on. So, I don't anticipate even completing it anytime soon. I mean, you know, he's a professional, if you will, and I've never attempted this. So, I really doubt we're going to even make a scratch into the overall quest line. But we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. And if we die, I think we'll just keep going, try again. And hopefully we've gotten close enough to have learned something from it. That does go up. Let's check it. I don't really need anything, though. I kind of just need to do questline stuff. But I really can't bring myself... Shot that way. I can't bring myself to not, like, check stuff. If we don't loot anything, that would be kind of ridiculous. Thanks. Thanks for the beanie. Yeah, shot was this way. We don't have any good scope. ATOG's not bad. Can you put that on his? I think you can. No, I think it literally, yeah, it literally says M4, but go ahead and look for that. Let's take that off for now. I think it's to my right. Yeah, that looks familiar. That's, we had run down the coast here and then swam across. But yeah, I think those shots are to my right, not the direction I'm looking. Yeah, we ran down that pier. No, we didn't. We swam over here. But good job making stuff up. And also looking, there we go, there's the pier. I knew I remembered a pier. It's funny how the crosshair goes away when that's where you start. Alright, let's keep rolling. The old church beanie. The church attic beanie. I need to get better about scheduling this Deer Isle run, because I don't like leaving it too long. That was an interesting stutter there. So then I have no idea where we're at. It takes like, oh, we're already 10 minutes in, so it takes a good 5, 6, maybe 7 minutes. And every time I start this, the server restarts within 2. We already have gas, right? What do we got? It's badly damaged though, that sucks. Pristine small, we'll go medium. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Okay. I don't really want to. There's no reason to ditch the AK though. I've got. Oh my god, I forgot I've got the M4 too. I don't even have that on here. I don't really want the M4 at this point. I've kind of got... I'm gonna ditch it. That doesn't seem like the right move, but... Yeah. There's a heli over there. I could have ATOG'd it too. Right? Oh, it's got the stupid sight, that's why. Oh, man. You know what? I am gonna leave it. I might regret that, But I can Mosin. I don't think I should leave it here. It's gonna mat the grass all down. Ooh, that pains me. That pains me, but I think it needs to happen. Because we can Mosin for distance, for long range, SK for mid range, and then AK for close quarters. It's way too many guns. And I'm going to need more stamina eventually, but I feel like for the time being, that's what we can roll with. Oh man, that's painful. That's painful to chuck that gun, but I love a Mosin. I thought I had... Oh yeah, okay. I don't have a ton of rounds, but those are easy to come by at least. I'm not a huge PU fan, and that's what I have on 2 guns now, which kind of isn't the best, but... Alright, let's put the SK... If anything... Oh, we don't need to do that. We need the Mosin. I'm very likely to give up... We have gun cleaning kit? Of course not. I'm likely to give up the SK at some point. We'll see, though. It was hard enough for me to come to that decision. Alright, we need to make some progress. Let's go. I saw this guy when I got to the burned out building there, and I forgot about him. And he has a friend. I also need to keep in mind I can't heavy swing, so I might get rid of this gun now. Just that is like a huge burden, unfortunately. Stand still. It has no tool slot, it's fine. I've got plenty of knives. Can't I get a better scope on this? Can I get Spectre on there? No? Oh, I need the Mosin tri-rail, that's right. Alright, we'll deal with it. Hopefully we'll be able to find a better optic for it. I'm not a huge PU scope fan. That's kind of the only thing that really makes me hesitate on the Mosin. Alright, let's go. I think Tundra is my favorite for long range. Well, obviously, you know, SVD, but earlier game, I guess. I'd kind of consider an SV98 like, kind of like my end game. I've never had an R700 or anything like that, so I can't comment on those. I had an AWM on a modded server, but I didn't even get to shoot it, as it usually goes. I'm not 100% on where exactly we're headed right now, so I should probably peek at the map again real quick. We've got kind of the skinny bit. I know we're going around, and Alcatraz should be that way. But let me get somewhat of a better idea here. Get into this tree that barely hides us and open a big paper map. I wouldn't mind a little bit of an altercation tonight, especially since this is kind of the highest pop that's been on since we've been since we started this adventure. Okay, so I might be looking at that little island there, so I need to make sure we're going kind of west northwest to go around the loop, because that orange square is military, right? Supply convoy, yeah. Fairfield, Threepwood, Eastbrook. So we have three towns we're getting to. Is that the skinny one? That might be all that is. Maybe not though. That's a decent amount of real estate past that way anyway. I think I'll get to the top of this hill and peek over that way as well. Just so we make sure we're not missing out. That would make sense if that's basically, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll still run up here, scope it. Be wary of the shots coming from that direction. A little too stuttery for my liking tonight, but that seems to be the theme of the evening playthroughs with the stream going. This feels familiar to me. I feel like I've been here like on a previous playthrough. I think I have to ditch the SKS. I don't see... No, I'll deal with the low stamina for now until we see what the ammo situation is, because I've got a decent amount of... Oh, hello. Good swing. A decent amount of SK rounds, and I'm lacking on the Mosin rounds. So if we can flip-flop that, then I'll ditch a gun. But I think for the time being, it would kind of be a mistake to ditch one prematurely. I didn't expect like a town PD there and everything. It's got to be the first one on our stop though. I'm gonna guess that's like 500 meters. Okay, not bad. I'm trying to get better at that. Just judging distance. No zombies. Combination of fence post and tree leaves kind of made it look like zombies. Gotta keep in mind my stamina as well. It kind of has to be breath shot and not much longer of a pause in between. Alright, let's go around this way. Yeah, I can take like 3 steps. It's probably time to go through our nonsense sooner than later. I thought I saw that. Get that taken care of. Can opener? No can opener? Yeah, and I needed to decide on a gun situation sooner than later. I'm gonna carry all these mags around and stuff forever. I do feel like since I've been kind of used to taking these, this is day 4 of this life, I've been taking this character very nonchalantly everywhere, just kind of disregarding, you know, any type of stealthy moving or anything like that. So I do feel like I'm going to get shot today. Just that itching feeling. But that's okay. I'm kind of to that point already where like you regret some of your decisions, but now it's in your backpack, so it's like I don't want to ditch it now. I've walked so far to get that. I probably should be a little more... I don't need to be like super room cleary by any means, but maybe a little bit more cautious. Those feel very dropped. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's the way we're going, so that works out. Am I wet? I am wet. Okay. I'm also about to lose my boots, which is a bummer. Let's take a breather here and do the exciting task of wringing our clothes out. This little horseshoe-shaped island had like 3, I think, heli-crash spots on it, so I think that might have been one on it. But I don't know about that. We'll see. If we see it, we'll go to it. If we don't, we'll skip it. I'm not gonna trail off the path. I don't think there's anything... Like, there's not anything quest-related that I'm recollecting that you need to get from a heli-crash. Not like Deadfall, where that's the case. Check real quick. I don't have anything to repair stuff with either. So as much as it seems like I've got all this stuff, I'm just like heavier than I should be for not having... I mean, I've got 3 guns and a plate carrier, so that doesn't help for sure, but that's alright. I'll keep complaining about it until it bothers me enough to fix it, and then otherwise we'll figure it out later. I think the biggest thing is when we get potentially over to a better military spot, like on the way to Alcatraz, and there's that stop just before the island hop. I think we'll figure it out kind of at that point. If we don't die first, we'll see. I do think ditching the M4 was a good move, though. It kind of like... I don't think it was a good move, but it's too late. That's the decision that was made. I need a leather kit. Those boots are not going to make it, and I don't want to be romping around in these bad boys. Alright. Onward. Yeah, I don't even really... I'm going to have to get into a kind of a trot, walk rhythm to not blast through all this stamina. So I had turned the stream gamma up because it was just like constantly darker than what my screen would always look like. So it looks pretty good to me now. I turned the nighttime filter down since the baseline will be up. So hopefully it'll be pretty visible regardless of day or night, you know, dusk for you guys. Alright, at this point if we see zombies, they very likely can be and would be ours. I don't recall like where kind of the hot spots are. I mean, it's such a big map. Let's switch out here for close. I'm glad he didn't shout, but he certainly frightened me. I keep going to heavy swing every single time. You cannot do that. You are too fat. Oh man, it's getting real stuttery when you get into like a town area like this. Yeah, I'm getting the connection in there. Let's say I don't even know where that guy was. I didn't know they made like the effort sound, that yeah, I'm not hiding my steps by any means. I think I should take this over the machete. Yeah, we can make little steps like that to really clean up the inventory, if you will. I'd love to find another mechanic's top. But with between my connection and how heavy I am, you could kind of just like sit outside whatever house you saw me go into and just just end the run. I don't know what this actually accomplishes every time I use it. Just makes it look cool. I don't know if it actually like benefits you. I guess it stops the rifles from sticking up depending on what you've got, but whatever it takes to look more cool. Wow, that's bad. If I saw somebody, they'd probably be on the other side of the map before my connection synced back up. Yeah, I can't help myself. There's literally nothing in this town that I need. Like, well, I guess I could use a cooking pot or frying pan, but I don't think I can jump, can I? Yeah, okay, at least I can get over that. But I just can't, like, not look in every stupid house and be like, oh, fingerless gloves. The woolies are better than that, though, as soon as they dry out. Who keeps, like, a garage storage rack in their bathroom? Like, I get, you know, you throw your toilet paper on there or your towels, but, like, look at this thing. How industrial of you. Yeah, I'm gonna get shot tonight. I'm just like strolling through town. Don't mind me. Just looking for treasures. It's almost like I need to restart my router. It's chugging pretty bad. It's okay. We'll get motion sick together. Alright, let's pop in here. We'll do the pub. Is there? Yeah, there's the hospital back there. I could go for an extra bandage. Just because the inevitable zombie cut is coming sooner or later. Party pack. What do you got, party pack? Badly damaged. I don't need you. Party on. 308. You never know. I don't even think a tundra spawns on this this map though. Grocery store. Let's head in there. I'm almost positive I'm not gonna be able to make it over a fence, and I don't see a hole in the fence. Yeah, that's not happening. Come on in here, bud. Yeah, I think that was a good move. Any little things that we can do like that to chop down the weight that our massive body is carrying around is going to be pretty big. Is that one aggroed? Oh, can I get up there? That would be good. Or I can just just hang out on the dumpsters. There we go. Was that on me? Yeah, okay. Oh, she's a flyer. I can't tell if that guy was aggroed or not. I don't think so. No, okay. He's about to be. I don't even know what our water situation is. I think the party pack's got a canteen on it, and I think there's another bottle. And if that's the case, we'll slim it on down. I will take your canned peaches. I don't really want him running around giving me away. We've got a torchy, right? Yeah. Yeah, and that one's red, so we'll keep that one. The shots are just far enough away too. I don't really want to just like seek out trouble, but if there is something a lot closer than that, we'll go scope it. Every time I'm trying to heavy swing and cut his arms off there. Alright, I can hear some grumblies. What do we got in here? Inside? Where are you? Ooh, okay. He's a wall hacker. Come on, man. Modded houses are usually... There we go. Usually the cause of some pain. Let's see here. Okay, we got the empty bottle. We'll keep that for suppressor's sake. Potato. Oh no, it's ruined. Not my potato. Yeah, there we go. Let's get a top off on this. We'll fill it up and then hospital PD, and then we'll get out of here. Because if I'm going to take this much time in every town I get to... I mean, it's been half an hour. We've gotten to the first town on the map. Yeah, the hospital's directly behind me. See if we can get there through here. I think here and to the left? Yeah. Directly across from the shooty town. Let's head in there first. We're not like super far away from spawn areas. Look at that mid-range where I wouldn't expect people to be coming here with nothing. So it's even kind of strange that we're scoping it. But despite my weight, I would like a pistol that I can slap the suppressor on. Handcuff keys. Always handcuff keys. I kind of always half expect somebody to log in in a place like this. Tear gas. Yes, please. I think I'm yet to throw a tear gas grenade. I think every time I get one, I get all excited. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna smoke somebody out of somewhere. And then I either forget about it or die before I even get the chance to think about it. The doors up top is open and there's like nothing here, so I'm not gonna bother. Let's go up the back. Go out the front door here, and then we'll hit the hospital. I think I had Tetra, didn't I? Charcoal, Tetra, yeah, okay. 3 isn't a ton though, so I wouldn't be mad if we could find some more to stack up. There's the hospital there. You know, I'm taking more cans. Let's get away from the shouter there. And then I'm going to verify the name of the town. I know it's the first one, but yeah, you can't see that. And you're going to get shot because you're on the road looking at it. Okay, Fairfield. We'll bring the upset one inside. Closed doors is a decently good sign. I never noticed the little bone claw on the end of the fang here. Okay. Let's close us in here. Always take another EpiPen. Especially right now. Is that paper? IV start. I think we just have blood as we stand in the doorway. Yeah. So currently don't need it. Nothing in the bag. That's what we came for. I do think we need to come across the NBC coat because I'm pretty sure we're going to be running out of places to get it here. Alright, Fairfield. Oh, this is a bad spot, but we're going to do this. Yeah, we can head, what was the Teal police checkpoint? I'm not too worried about that. That's not the heli crash. I bet the Waldeboro one was the heli crash, because that was the wrong direction. We can just head north, green, hunting camp. And if we could get, if a tundra spawned on this map, and we could get a tundra, that would be the move. But we'll just go north. No, we won't. We'll go north-ish. I don't want to just follow the beach where there's nothing going on. Yeah, kind of directly out of town. Consider breaking the fence? No. I think this was okay to jump though. Nope. It is unhappy with me. Yeah, not having done this, I don't even know like where the to and from points are. Like if somebody else was working on the quest, you know, is this a place where you'd be like, oh, that's the closest spot to get water? I just don't have the experience for that type of stuff to know whether or not I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot by being, you know, super carefree. Reduction in care. It's not, I care less. I do care. Oh, I'm stuck. Is he actually hitting me right now and I don't know it? No, okay. That was interesting. Interesting exchange. Okay, I've been in this house. Onward. Yeah, I have a bunch of like house stuff that I would be very pleased with coming across. Why can you not get up there? Sewing kit, cooking pot, Leather sewing kit. Boots is going to be a problem. This is going to be an issue sooner than later. Canvas, I'm good, right? I've got the huge bag, yeah. The old stag bag. Like at this point, I probably should pick up the next pair of shoes I find, regardless of what it is. Let's start eating some of this stuff. I'm carrying a lot of food. Like an excessive amount of food. Plus, who doesn't like a cool, refreshing Pepsi? Yeah, that lag is going to cause me problems. That's alright. We will power through. A hunting bit up there. Thought it looked like it was on an island for the one it was calling out. I think we have like an hour 10 to restart. So to keep that in mind as well. Decent little fish spot. Lots of spots you can hide. Maybe this is the only one. We'll go to the water on that side just to see what that hunting camp spot is. Looks like it's on an island. I think this has been the road less traveled for a little bit. For a bottle of water. I'm not worried about it. I think we have a bunch of chlorine tabs too, don't we? Codeine. No, I'm mixing lives up. This is just for clearing inventory's sake. Oh yeah. Head down this way. See about this hunting camp bit. I think that was it there. Which I have no desire to do. More swimming. Okay, there's our third town. Which the second town... Let's take a peek. The second town I didn't have really any intent to get to, so... Yeah, so I'm just looking at Eastbrook across the way there. The Threepwood's way too far in. What's Blue Triangle? Water source, okay. That's funny, it didn't mark Fairfield. Yeah, we'll just head around. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I think we're going to lose any potential points of interest anyway. It doesn't look like there's going to be much on that road. So we can obvious ourselves up for a little bit. We'll check out the construction site for boots, hopefully some work boots. There's the hunting bits. So yeah, that's actually the better move, it seems. I really hope we don't lose the shoes and then end up having to use all our newly acquired bandage on little feetsy cuts. But yeah, if we can do a leather repair kit in here, preferably some new boots, that would be ideal. We'll see what's what. I haven't heard any shots recently. I think the ones we did here were that way, quite distant. But honestly, since I've kind of done the route I did over the last 3 days of this life, I feel like the death wouldn't be all that upsetting. It might be a good reset. It can stop me being this big, hefty fatty that I am that can't run anywhere. Alright, these buildings are always kind of hit or miss too. It's like there's either a little bit of stuff or absolutely nothing. I'm thinking it's going to be the latter in this case. But I can't not look. I'm not going to check every room now. I'm just trying to find if there's alternate stairs. Oh, you're in the bathroom. Get out of there. There's the stairs. Of course they're outside. I think they're always outside, and I think I always look for them inside. Inside-ish. This is probably going to be very fruitless. What's that? Looks like a hammer. It's because it is. I love too when it's like everywhere else it makes sense when there's like tools and stuff laid about because, you know, the apocalypse has come and people need to get away, blah 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 blah. But in like a job site, like they wouldn't have been here like the moment you know, people were turning into zombies. So it's like the construction workers didn't drop their hammer where they were standing and run or anything like that. Presumably. I just looked at that enduro visor and I'm like, oh, what's that? Potentially another enduro visor? I didn't even know there's some houses right here too. We'll check those. Lots of nothing. Lots of nothing. So we'll hit these houses right here. Scope for the shoesy, repairsy type stuff we're looking for. And then keep rolling. I'd like to at least get, what do we have left before restart? About an hour. I'd love to get to the spot where you cross over to Alcatraz, but that's asking quite a bit compared to where we are. So that's the lofty goal we'll set for today, with the understanding we're probably not making it that far. Man, everything has just been nada. I don't think I'm following anybody. I think we're just got some bad luck today. Give me that chocolate. Yeah, it's just been very mediocre. Like, I imagine if we legitimately were following somebody, they would have picked that chocolate up. But just been not much. Not much at all. Alright, back to our beach route. So that was like gas noise, like temporary gas, and I don't think this map does that. I'd have to check I survived, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want any cheatsies going on. Just got a picnic table. And those hunting cabins were off that way, yeah? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I wish I had like 30 EpiPens so I could just get where I'm going. Kind of have to consider this real quick. We have like no Mosin rounds. So I almost feel like, and a ton of SK rounds. So I almost feel like the Mosin needs to go. I don't like how I ditched the M4. I am regretting that. This would be where I would restore my game. Because I can Mosin M4 and then I don't have to worry about like a 3-gun solution, which is way too much anyway. Yeah, the Mosin's gonna go. And we've got a PU on the SK already, so there's no reason to keep that. What do we got there? Snowstorm. We have a helmet? Yeah, we have a good helmet too. Pub. We'll pop into the pub. UG binoculars. See, that's just like, that was the sign. I'm discussing which gun to keep. CR mag. Interesting. Ooh, okay, that might be a game changer though. Because we can throw the Spectre on with that. Being a little too carefree, like I said. See, I would go for that deer, but like I have so much food, I don't really need it. Can we sling? That's pretty cool looking. Mosin on the back, and the AK and the SK. We're ditching the Mosin. I think that was like, oh no, but I just discovered the mount too.
Finish looking in here before I decide. Yeah, because if we could get rid of that. Oh, the Mosin has a tri-rail. The mounts. Oh no, okay, you can mount there as well. So we should be able to Spectre then, yeah? No? I bet the ACOG is. I bet we could ACOG it. I know you can PLAD it. Alright. We'll keep it for the time being. What about the SK? Where'd that mount go? Did that mount on something else? Am I just not seeing it? Well, that was a more likely thing to take place. Alright, so if we mount that up, now can we Spectre? So Spectre doesn't go on that. I swore it did. Clearly I'm mistaken. Alright, take that back off. Take the SK. No, I don't want to ditch it yet because I want to verify. Let's get rid of that. That's not going to lighten us up really, but... so much crap just weighing us down. Oops. Okay, I guess we can go for a pub lie down. Crack a beer. So I already don't recall seeing the server restart message, but regardless, we'll call it in just shy of an hour from now. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. Cause what's the weight? 5 kilos. Pretty sure the AK is pretty heavy too. Yeah, AK. Yeah, they're all the same. So guns, I think like an SVD is like 7, something like that. But we're just not going to leave it here. Those deer sound very unhappy. Do our inevitable check for food and then regret it because we don't need it. I'm not going to take 357. And the dice, not just dice, the dice. Yeah, we'll ditch the Mosin in the water on our way out here. Is that matches? I don't think we need matches. I'm gonna take it because I don't know. But that'll just be another thing that we've got way too much of and we'll end up ditching. Nada. Got a bag better than that. Otherwise that'd be a great bag. Oh, he's stuck. That's why he's making so much noise. Is his friends over there? That's such an exposed spot. I don't need it. I don't need it. I was gonna shoot it just for sake of using the Mosin before I get rid of it. That's pretty tempting. They're both in the... That's a lot of meat. That'd be so much. Another sling. That's pretty funny. Be all slung up. Alright. Another potential regret that we're going to have. But we're going to do it. Goodbye, my friend. Oh, oh, that's painful. And not hidden at all. Oh, avert your eyes. I'm doing it and I don't even want to see it. An SK for primary range. Oh my goodness. I regret it already. We just didn't have the rounds for it. So that's exactly when I'm going to go in this house right here. And there's going to be 3 boxes of Mosin rounds. It's so much more common than SK rounds too, but I just have one over the other, and now I can actually sprint and maybe even jump over stuff. So it's going to be hard to feel bad about that when I can actually run around now. Man, the connection is making my eyes go janky going around in here. Alright, so other than lose 10 pounds, 11 pounds to be exact, all I did was make my feelings get hurt. I hate an SK for a long range, but these are the choices we made. We're holding our breath for a 308 rifle at some point. It's going to be in these hunting cabins over here. Just you wait. Oh my goodness, the amount, just doubling stamina when you're that low, and this stamina is terrible as it is, but it's just, like, that's so much better. It's exponentially better than the 3 steps of running. It's very obvious when I'm finishing my tea as I'm, like, strafing around trees. I think those hunting cabins, I don't know if it's more than one, but at least the hunting cabin was just on the other side of those. Yeah, that's good. Put your gun away. The other side of those trees there. Because that's never gotten you in trouble before. Yeah, if I was to get into a fight with the amount of stamina I had, and the 5 Mosin shots, I probably would have been bested easier than normal. This is exactly what we were looking for. I actually think I need to take a second and do that also. Because I think we had some stuff that was living on the edge, if you will. Oh my goodness. Somebody come take care of this. Somebody make it so that this organization needs to happen. I need something like amazing to be in one of these houses, so it forces me to stop living like a pig. We'll figure it out. Eventually, we'll clean it all up. I think I say that about everything, that I'm just procrastinating. It just makes it sound better. Yeah, eventually we'll take care of that. I'm not worried about it right now. Eventually. Eventually we'll complete the Deer Isle quest. We haven't even done part 1. All the good stuff is good. Oh, shoes. I keep forgetting about shoes, and I'm not taking that as seriously as it's going to be shortly. So if I don't pay more attention... Oh, I mean, what else am I going to do? I just go through the town more. But I actually... You just answered your own question. I need to go up the road and go into town. Wherever that... there's a water tower. I mean, that would have had to have been this way. Yeah, we can't not continue up through buildings. Because as soon as those ruin and I get a cut, it's going to make me jump. And we're going to blast through bandages. This is all farmland, isn't it? Like, I'm going to have to settle for wellies, which is gross. Yeah, of course you're right there. I think it's time to get the Mark II back out. Oh, I can heavy swing again, too. I've gotten so accustomed to not being able to that I didn't even try to. Oh, that apartment building's gonna have a bunch of nothing. Is that another hospital? It is. I'm not gonna say no to that. Okay, so sewing kit acquired. I'd settle for a frying pan, obviously. I wonder if I should... No, that's tiny. I do wish I had something to throw the NBC gear in, so that doesn't end up getting ruined by a zombie or something stupid like that. What town is this here? That's your AK. You can't see with that. Cows. Eastbrook. Okay. So we've made it kind of around the bend a little bit. Just around the city bend. Black Shemag. Can I put that in the scarf spot? I don't know why that was hard for me to muster there. Oh yeah, I did want to take a peek before we go out again. I'm pretty sure, however, yeah, Eastbrook is our last town. Okay. Ooh, we do have a bit of ways to go there. Hopefully that military convoy is there. Have I been down that? Maybe. Maybe I've been there. Not this run, but... Oh, come on. Is the cow making it, like, lag out? What's going on here? Yeah. Like, the only thing I'm thinking about right now are shoes. Shoes. I don't know why that was a bad hesitation there. What's our NBC's glove situation? We will take your better shape ones. We moved on from one complaint to the other. We solved... Well, we didn't solve. We decreased the gripes about weight. We've got codeine, so we'll leave you. Then a serious concern, not just a minor complaint, is the old shoe situation. IV start, right? Yeah. Do we have any rags? Or do I need to take this? We have too much paper. There's excessive. Yeah, I think we need to cut this up. Because we might be in a situation very soon where foot wrappings are going to be what we need to be running around with. That would immediately make people not concerned. I was going to cut that up and then I decided not to, so I don't know why I didn't just stop dropping the blood test out of it, but oh well, it's done. Oh, that's been taken. Interesting. So we are somewhat behind someone. They'll see an AK in my hands and then be like, oh god, that guy's got an AK. I'm like, oh, he's got shoe wrappings on. He's obviously terrible at this game. Take the shot. Shinka. Ooh. I don't care if it burns all of it. And I'm going to take the risk of being in the bus. Shoe situation solved. What's our plate doing? It's worn. I've got a stupid amount of like extra rounds and stuff. I thought I had... No, that's because they're the armor piercing. Not too much food. We have too much garbage. I need pouches. You have pouches. You just have so much nonsense that now you have to live with it. Alright, I think I'm not going to take the time right now to... What? Like, what? Why? 2 spaces. You make this be ridiculous over here. Yeah, I'm not going to take the time to sort out for that. As I sort out for that. Let me lie to myself and also to you simultaneously. Okay, what else can we do here? Need like one more spot. Definitely keeping that. We're gonna keep that. There we go. Success. Go lay down, get up. It's time to go. Jeez. Yeah, we need a 308 rifle now. I've now found a hunting scope though, which is kind of a surprise, but really the only reason to go in this... Oh, that's the manufacturing bit. Like the machine shop. Yeah, we can keep on now. The only reason to come in here was shoes and just kind of double check that for Tetra and another bandage potentially, but... Come on, friend. Come be slightly more protected over here. Ooh. So I probably can heavy swing, but I probably gotta wait for some stam there. Alright, back on track. Ish. Back on track to be easily distracted very shortly. I know some of the connection issue tonight is the server, but I think some of it might be some settings too. So next time, I hope to clean that up for you. I worked on the gamma issue, so if it does go sunset, which, yeah, it is off to the west currently, but we've only got a little less than 45 minutes, so I don't think we'll see a nighttime, which is good for both of us. Alright, I'm relatively happy with our gun decision. Given that we've got the AK, I would definitely ditch the SKS for a 308 rifle. Yeah, I kept that CR mag, but there's really no need for that. I would stick with this over that, for sure. I like a CR, but as soon as you get off the spawn area, it's kind of like... I say that. Shot a guy on the mouse on the ice sheet today with a CR, so... Don't want to downplay it by any means. Okay, more than one cabin. 2. PU scope. We're drowning in PU scopes. Someone will be happy to find that. I think this is like the main place. Not here specifically, but going into a hunting cabin. Good color on that bag. That I've been bear trapped. You know where else castle they spawn at too? Not nearly as much as running in and out of hunting cabins. Alright, in that case, with, what was that, east view? East something? Behind us, we should be very quickly creeping on East Brook. Yeah, as long as we're heading east from Eastbrook, get to the convoy, and then that heli crash site's got to be something else there. And then there's that military before Alcatraz. So we're in a decent spot to be exactly where we were talking about going. Let's see. Yeah, close it. That'll help. So somewhere this way. This is the other thing I don't like either. Like when you switch guns and you come back and it wants the iron sight. Potentially. Just one more thing to add to the list of why I would be garbage in a fight. Yeah, maybe the stutters are primarily the server tonight. It and I are not very close together, so there is that. I'm kind of bummed about not hearing a shot for a while either. There's been nothing to run to. These, like the Deer Isle run that I'm doing here is kind of to do like a chill out session after playing. Been doing a lot of the Molsk lately, and obviously that's a much tinier map, so I don't think you can go 45 minutes without running into some kind of excitement. But at the same time, I don't really want to run around with all this stuff and not be able to make it make noise with it pointed at a human. It's kind of been like this, like kind of overcast, kind of like, well, I don't really know what that is, smeary brush stroke. Like this kind of gloomy day. I know that's very, characteristic of Deer Isle, but more so today than usual. At least I've dried out though, so there's that. Come here, shirtless. with your sweet wool cap. Nope, I can't. I thought I had the stamina to heavy swing. I do not. More water. I probably should take this is my problem. Like, I have a bottle already. I have no tape, so I can't make a suppressor. But I'm like, I probably should take that in case we find some tape so I can have 2 suppressors. Like, what? You have a problem. Quit picking up everything. I was gonna say, I heard you yelling in here in the trees. Oh, unexpected. I don't know where the little skinny crossing bit is that could have the military convoy on it. Little swapperoo. Man, that texture to me looked exactly like something was sitting in between that bed there. Good eyes, good eyes. Okay, yeah, we're essentially east-ish. Nothing like using the sun. Just sending smoke signals when you got a cell phone in your pocket. It picks very odd times to be jittery also. Like, right before a town makes sense, but when it's like right before a building, it's like, have you not rendered the innards of this 3-room building yet? I know these are always empty, but I always check for some reason. Maybe I'm hoping somebody swapped it out for something and, I don't know, left some goods in there. I don't know where, like what the coast to the military bit will look like. I'm assuming there'll be a nice Overwatch spot on the hill. We do have like 30 some minutes before we'll bail for the night, so that's interesting. So we might make it to the military. I don't know yet. We'll kind of feel it out when we get over there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure restart is in like 37. But I haven't actually seen the message that says so. That's interesting. Anything over there? I don't think so. I feel like this would be like main road that would go, you know, kind of across the bridge. Thought I heard you there. Okay, I was gonna say we'll leave you aggro to excite somebody that walks by later. You know, when they changed loot based on what zombie type, I always get excited when you see a hunting zombie, and realistically it's like, you know, maybe gun cleaning kit, but outside of that, it's like, you don't have that great stuff. You know, I partially wonder one of the issues on the connection is, I think it might have been when I went to 1080 up from 720. I think that might have kind of torched it a little bit. It's obviously just a touch more than it maybe can handle. Maybe next time I'll try it. The chat overlay isn't working anyway, so I might as well try to drop the resolution and see if that'll assist. Pretty sure we're still heading east. From Eastbrook. Yeah, okay, there's... Oh man, I'm kind of curious what's up that road now. Oh, we have a long way to go before we get over to the military bit. So no, we're not going to make that tonight. Let's go up the way. I'm curious enough to see. This is probably just like one of the radio towers. But I'm just curious for future's sake. Yeah, I thought we were much closer to the military area. We are not. But it'll be a shorter duration between this session and the next time we play, so it'll be a little easier to remember where we've ended up. There's definitely something up here, because not only does the road come up here, but then there's like, it keeps going down the north side. Okay. It's not very exciting. I know this is a heli crash spot though, so that's probably pretty much the only intent for it. Alright, mystery solved. Just keep heading down. I'm pretty sure as soon as I get on the other side of the cliff here where that skinny land bridge part is exactly what I was thinking about for the military convoy, but we'll see when we get there. Is this it? I feel like I should be looking at... Oh, okay, there it is. I'm too far north. Yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking about. Yep. Ooh, that's not my zombie. I'm way out in the open right now as well. Yeah, that's not mine. So question will be... Wolf as well? Let's see where he goes. Looks like he's going for that bunker. Okay, coincidence. I'm not a huge fan of this. I really wish I had a better optic. There's no dead zombies though either, and I'm pretty sure a couple spawned through there. I'm really hoping our wolf will help us out. I was going to throw the Mark II back in here, but for the time being... Yeah, look, that zombie just rendered in over there. That's definitely not ours. Zombies in the camp. I forgot about the tents in there. I remember the bunkers here. Oh, there he is. Is he riding a bike? I think he was. Do. There's two. Okay. Is he chasing this guy? No, okay. They're together. That's funny. I didn't even hear those shots. I wonder if it was a silenced pistol. Okay, while they're occupied with that, how visible am I? Probably a little more than I care to be, but... Okay, so there's... Is that... Did those two come out? Or are we dealing with more? There's another wolf there as well. No, this is way... Okay, so we got... I think one's behind the sphere bit, the half sphere. I don't know how many dudes we're dealing with. There's one there. He's got an armband on, white armband. If they start coming across, I think that's my only hope. I kind of need to not scan for a second because that'd make me too visible. So I got 3 right now. Okay, well, they're in the buildings. Between... That's kind of where we need to... Oh, no, I need to move. Please don't see me. Between the bunkers... Really? Why are you doing this to me? I probably have a leaf, like, right in my face. Alright, hopefully they're still occupied with that, because this is going to expose me really bad, but I need this number. 450. An SK at 450 is probably not fantastic, especially if they're plated up and such. Oh, it's an ATV he came in on. Alright, well this is probably where we die. They probably have better guns for range. Am I in the best position here? To run, maybe, but... Oh, man. They've got to be coming this way. As soon as you see 1, it's like, oh, okay. And then 2 is like, yeah, all right, I can take that. 3 is kind of like, oh, you know, somebody's going to have a hunting scope. Yeah, he's on his ATV. He's just going to zip across here. There are 3, though, so one of them is going to run. So hopefully the 2 kind of like just zip by, and we can catch the runner in the back. I didn't see them come out from behind the bunker, so is that... How many's on the ATV there? Well, at least I'm not in a current spot of regretting what gun I kept. Because if I'm gonna act, if they do come across the bridge and I actually take this, which I'm going to if they come this way, 5 shots in the Mosin with my shooting ability was not going to do anything. What have they been doing? They've been in this camp forever, and with 3 of them, like, it's not like you haven't cleared everything already. I feel like they went in that half there. They're sorting out their treasures, I guess. Alright, since we're not in range of each other anyway, we'll just keep peeking on this. This is a lot more steady. 6 times. Where did they go? I should have been with this the whole time. It's not like I was going to shoot. I'm not shooting until they get past the tank. Because if they start using the tank for cover, then I'm probably in trouble. I mean, if I shoot, I'm going to be in trouble anyway, but it'll be fun. It'll be a good Good cap to the stream tonight. Did they go up to the Livy Tower and I missed it? I feel like they would have jumped the... Hey, you can't jump the wall there, though. There's the barbed wire. That's so weird how... The zombie... Which... Where was he? Down here, I think. He's got a big bag on that one. Was the giveaway, but they were coming from the north. Or the east, rather. That's off east. So far away that it's just foggy enough that it's so hard to tell. I was really hoping when that wolf was running up that they weren't together, but those numbers just kept ticking up. You know, there's also the very real possibility that I didn't consider that they've logged. I do want to give it just another minute, though. It would be nice to log out on that side. Yeah, I don't think they made it as far as the bunkers, though. So I've got 4 bunkers to check. That's pretty well going to be looted out since they were in. They did kill the zombies, which I guess they might respawn on for me when I get close enough. Now I'm kind of thinking that's what they did. If the ATV takes a spark plug, then they probably would have taken the spark plug and logged out. What do we got time-wise? Call it 20 minutes to be safe before a potential restart, which I still haven't seen a message, so maybe they changed up their schedule or I'm thinking about a different server. Alright, I'm setting a timer for 3 minutes. We're giving them 3 minutes. We're going to hang out. We're going to do what I don't like to do and be patient. But running across this, if there's even one of them around, is not going to bode well for us probably. I'm also going to check that because we need an NBC coat. That right there on the top of the concrete bit there, it almost looked like a dude peeking over it. So I kind of like, my breath caught for a moment. I was like, well, it's already over. I think they logged out. I think they came from either the other military bit or even as far as Alcatraz, and then they were like, hey, let's check this again next time we get on, and they went in that half and they logged. That's the only thing I can talk myself into justifying that I'm not just going to walk into being moitered. Yeah, I shouldn't have taken the SK out. Looking through the PU to see what they were doing is a mess. That's where I wish I could just go hit playback. See what's going on. I was like, okay, how much time of the 3 minutes has gone by? Can we go yet? 1:15 it's been. I couldn't wait more than 1:10. I'm like, well, they're probably gone now. Although realistically, I mean, I think they are. You're not going to spend a ton of time in a Livy Tower. There's no smoke coming out, so it's not like they started a fire there. They like ran all over the camp. The last I saw them was in that area around the ATV, and that door is closed. So the more I talk about it, the more I convince myself. I mean, that's a crazy spot to log out, though. There's some military vehicles up there past the camp as well. Okay, be a little patient. 30 seconds. I'm not going to be patient. Let's go. Let's go. We're not going to have time to do all the bits if we wait. We're just going to tell ourselves we have 20 minutes. Let's make sure this is ready for a shoot. I'm also on the same level of them as them at this point. So even if they are still there, they'd literally have to be running around the corner across the bridge to see me. There's more justification for you. I swear this is a good idea. There we go. There's our 3-minute patient waiting. We made it. I do want to jump into these bunkers though. I don't know what I'm really looking for. We have a good helmet. We need to go into that for sure. Because if that has an NBC coat, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh crap. Get on this side of this. Oh, okay. That's a fantastic time to lag out. Just a dry bag. Which... Oh, tape. Never mind the 3 guys. You know what? Let's just use it. So when we take shots that potential guys that are going to murder us, at least they won't hear the shots right before they murder us. I was about to say, come on now. I know that goes on there. That dry bag would be really good to have for later too, for swimming, but... Okay, one last second of caution here. Make sure they weren't already on the way. I can't even see the ATV, which is good. The door is still closed. I probably could have taken a shot if I was this close before, but there's just so much cover they could get behind. As much as I hate the patience game, I think that was the correct decision. Mosin rounds. Well, we don't have any Mosin rounds, so we can't keep the Mosin. I kind of have to walk this out too, so I don't upset our coastal friend there, who looks like he's legitimately out for a stroll. Like that was it's not a zombie. He was just like doop a doop a doop. Ballistic. I've ditched one of those. We have codeine. I do need to go towards him though, because I don't want to go out the back way. Let's just run across here and use this as break line of sight with those guys. Where is she? Who? Please come inside. Oh, what? She got the long swing. Of course. She's my favorite. The look on her face is the best. Just so friendly. Okay, I think we're gonna waste time with some boots. These aren't best. One last peek. One last safety peek, if you will. And then we'll go... Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. That's a bad safety peek. We'll go be reckless. They've logged. I am 80% convinced that they've logged out. That one's mine now, right? I think he might have been there. Where did I see him even? Yeah, that's mine. Just in range. I should have EpiPenned. I've got 2. Not EpiPenning was more dangerous than running out here after seeing a trio run in there. Get shot in the back for how long I was hanging out on the cliff there. What's our time look like? 15 minutes. I haven't seen a message, so I don't think I have messages turned off. So I think this used to be when restart would take place, and it's not currently, so I think we're okay. I think I need to beeline it for that barracks, though. Like, AK out, run directly for the barracks. proverbially kick the door in, since I can't really do that. Oh no, I really didn't want to aggro anybody. I don't have a choice. You've got to go through this little choke point here. At least they wouldn't hear it if they were still in that barracks over there. Yeah, let's go in here. We didn't get landmined, so that's good. Come on. Tink. Can't see anything from here anyway. There was something on the ground here, wasn't there? Badly damaged. Well, this one's ruined. That's what you get for getting smacked around all the time. Okay, I know, sweaty boy. Let's do just like the military runner, right? Yeah, he's not. They're not aggroed. Okay. The only thing about sprinting in here, I don't know if this is a stag spot, you know, or if they would have respawned even if it wasn't. There's that wolf. That's close, but not close enough to get excited about. Okay, I'm gonna sprint for it. Oh, dangerous. Oh, dangerous. There's their ATV. They logged. They absolutely logged out. This is on semi-auto. I've been clearing rooms with a semi-auto AK. Okay, I'm not going to be super complacent and just like nonchalantly check this camp, but that gives me a little bit of better feeling, I suppose. I don't need an SSG mag. That's definitely a downgrade at this point. It just looks cooler. We'll start building it the cool way. Alright, zombie over there, so I don't need to be sprinting that way. That shows I've got no connection, so we'll see what happens in a second here. Oh, better connection. Better than none. I've probably desynced and there's like a trio going through my stuff right now. The trio, we'll call them. Yeah, I mean they would have scrubbed all this. This all would be, I mean, that's not amazing, but it's something. Hopefully they just, well, not hopefully, maybe they just didn't see it. Got blood. Press vests. Good bandage. Let's just drop our paper. There's our matches. Okay, we don't need the matches. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what I have in my hand. I don't know why that won't stack up. There we go. I already took it. I'm searching for space to take a bandage that I've already taken. The little beakery bits always look just enough like it's actually something. There you are. Come here. Ooh, you have nothing in your hands. Don't back yourself into a corner. Okay, yeah, I can't imagine there's going to be any like significant goods. I don't know if they actually went up to the Livy Tower. That's the big gas mask. I don't think I'm going to bother with it. I've already got 2 filters. Plus I've got some charcoal tabs. Not significant, but yeah, did they take the spark plug? They did. Yeah, they took the stuff out, put it in their inventory, went into that half, and they logged out. Because we knew it had the stuff. They were driving it around. Chlorine tabs. That's pretty big. There's our water sorted. Is there... yeah. Boring hit pack. No party pack. Alright, I think think we need to call not getting murdered by the trio a win. He was on a bike. I thought I saw him come in Wizard of Ozing it. It's extremely likely that at some point they came from the Livy Tower, so we can assume that that's been done. But I think the move is... Is there a hole in the fence? Of course there's not. I can't tell if that's one down there or not. The move is to go check the tower and then find a nice little spot directly behind it. I think that's the plan. Is this more Mosin rounds? No, okay. But we'll take them. First, let's check. Well, you're never going to see it with that. I was going to say, see if somebody is looking at us do the exact same thing as we were looking at. So that that moment of potential excitement and lack of self-preservation with planning out an ambush on a 3-man resulted in not a lot of excitement. So luckily, the old heart rate didn't escalate at all. I assume, though, the next time they log on, there absolutely nothing must spawn near those. The next time they log on, they're absolutely coming the way that I was sitting. So, had it not been the end of their session, I think we would have gotten into something there, but what are you going to do? We'll head that way and scope out the map, because I'm pretty sure that military base is that way and then Alcatraz is just outside of it, and it's not too far away, so that'll be next session for sure, provided we don't get wildly distracted. Yeah, rags, okay. For a moment I thought that ambient fly was like, you know, the fly. Nice. Lean when you're already in the doorway. That's a good way to stay alive. I don't know why I'm doing this. I know they're not in here. The ATV being parked there and then just kind of like not being used again, it was such a giveaway with it. Risky, risky. Pump shotgun, that's definitely, well, not definitely. I don't think it spawns up here. So I feel like that's a drop. I didn't pay much attention to the orientation it was laying. Alright, so not a bad run. Maybe some ill thought out decisions with gun choice. A shame that just the 3 homies that were on here. Right before I say goodnight to you, we'll check what pop is. I'll also bring you along. I'm scoping out some other DayZ players, so we'll go pop in and say hi to them to end the night here as well. None of my usual folks that I have kind of picked out, if you will, but always worth trying somebody else in the community. Alright, we're just kind of hand-railing that road. I want to get a non-garbage bush or tree. That one's pretty good. If you're over here, probably the only thing you're doing is logging out as well. Am I like jumping up in it? Yeah, I'm probably pretty visible from other directions, but it's fine. Alright, let's look. So, yeah, we've crossed at the square. That Livy Tower is up on the hill there, that bald spot, and then we're hand-railing this road. We're going to check out whatever that is at that crash. There's this military spot, and then if we don't find a boat, we'll be swimming over to Alcatraz. But no reason, since we're there, that we couldn't make all that happen on the next session. So I'm going to slap day 5 up on the schedule. What is today? Monday today. Let's shoot for Wednesday. Wednesday, same time. I'll put it on Twitch and YouTube on the schedule there. We'll come back, we'll do day 5, and we'll see what we can do. It's kind of crazy that, you know, obviously we started in Stonington. I never noticed the home arrow there. We've ended up through the airfield. Where did we go from there? I think we came back east. Yeah, we did, because we went past at sunset. No, we didn't. We came through Cushville, hit that mill, hit Oceanville, hit that military, and then came back around and crossed there. And we started the green dot today, so we've only gone green dot to this section. So looking at the size of this map, and that, 5 days, 4 days rather, to get here, and we still need to go to all these other places. I need to actually shift. What is that area 42? GPS tracker and, oh, night vision. Okay, so yeah, eventually that's going to happen too. But Alcatraz is the first stop that we'll actually complete on the quest, if we even make it there on Wednesday. So the fact that we haven't even gotten there, and we could have died many, many times. Let me wrap this up, map up here. We'll give you the splash screen. I'm going to start the old logout process. Let me cut your sound and peak. With those three kicking out also, yeah, this server prop is less than in half than it was when we started. So this is always a good spot to call it a night as well, just for that sake. So we're not running around with literally nobody. I mean, when a trio bails out, that's kind of like the majority of the server. There we go. Give you some chirps and whatnot to talk you out. YouTube viewers, thanks so much as always. Wish I could take you with me on the next stop. We're not even sure if the person we're going to pop into is still there. Twitch viewers, stick around for that. Thank you everyone so much for coming out tonight. Once again, Wednesday, same time, we'll hit up day 5 for this bad boy. I should really put a day on that splash screen, but it's kind of crazy we've been at this for 2 weeks and we're only completed 4 days of it. Unscheduled though, so it makes sense. Anyway, that's enough yakking for me. Potentially we'll see you on Wednesday. If you're watching at a later date, I'm elderb. Take care. Twitch folks, hang on one more second. Just finding that the person we were going to raid isn't hanging around. So if you would, stick around to support another DayZ streamer. We'll do that raid in just a second.